crazy. So, working with two cameras and a little bit of literature. So I wanted to share with, this is made for my USANA users, but just also people that are interested in possible greater assist in your efforts in health, and something that might give you pause, or make you wish to know a little bit more about something that could help you, and why it might be different. So at any rate, at USANA's convention, one thing that was labeled was that the advancements that I'm going to be talking about in just a second has been termed disruptive innovation. So there are other companies that have done such things in their own rightful marketplace, but companies like Apple, Uber, Airbnb. So it's awesome to improve upon the status quo. So USANA supplements have been notable. Some would say the best. I might say the best. But we're still working with the same technology. And so now what's happening is they have a new patent pending technology called Incelligence, which basically is capitalizing on cell signaling. So what this is being considered is disruptive innovation, which essentially means that it's changing the industry. So as these other companies, Apple, Uber, Airbnb, hopefully we can just jump right back. Okay, sorry about that. It's going to change how the industry operates. And so that is kind of mind-blowingly exciting. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about is my layman's understanding of this new technology that they've had in a couple of their supplements. I bemoaned the absence of Precosa, a joint supplement, and Hepicil. I'm going to try and be steadier with this. That I miss terribly when they're not in my system. I notice them readily when they're not in my system. And so these are two of the supplements that for years have been quietly using this cell signaling technology. Anyway, now, I'm going to put this crap down. I'm going to see what happens. Okay. And so now what's happening is they're using it in more of their products. So if you are a USANA user, this is who this video was meant for, but I just figured I'd share it with more people. This Incelligence formulation is now going to be in their multivitamin. It's in their active calcium. It's in an antioxidant booster, which now has a new name, which I do not know what the name is. It was already in Hepicil and Precosa, which are liver and joint supplements, respectively. And then also, there's a new supplement, Proglucamune, which is a big immune system support, which I'm going to talk about in just a little bit. So at any rate, the things that I just wanted to share, what's so exciting about this, are the two big things that it affects. And so, essentially, this affects antioxidants and mitochondrial function. Okay, why do these things matter, and what does that even mean? So with antioxidants, there are exogenous antioxidants and there are endogenous antioxidants. So exogenous antioxidants are ones that we get from outside of ourselves. So it is, they're in our food, very minimally, but there they are. They're in supplements. And then there are endogenous antioxidants. And so those are antioxidants that our body, our cells actually produce. And the thing that's kind of amazing about the endogenous antioxidants is they're about like 100 times more powerful than the exogenous ones. So the ones that we can create are 100 times more powerful than the ones that we can ingest. Okay? So one element of this cell signaling technology is to make our cells produce endogenous antioxidants. That's kind of amazing. Okay, so there's that. And then the other thing that's really quite remarkable, it's like I need a stand. Is that what people do when they do these things? Is affecting our mitochondria. And so At any rate, if you are familiar with our cells, basically, so our cells have something called organelles in them. So like our host system, we have organs. So our cell is just a little teeny little entity that has these little bits in them that do different things called organelles. Anyway, so our mitochondria is one organelle that affects the energy in our cell, affects the energy in our bodies. Excuse me. Fabulous. Okay. So at any rate, when we age, our mitochondria break down. They age as well. And so what this cell signaling technology, again, is meant to basically optimize the process of renewal and recycling the aging parts of our mitochondria. So, so essentially making cells more youthful. Again, crazy, but possible. So, oh, and this was another little interesting thing that one of the doctors that's connected to USANA relayed. And so as someone that works with the body, he talked about lipomas. And so if you are not familiar with what a lipoma is, essentially it is like a fatty deposit under the skin. And so I remember one time years ago working on a beloved chiropractor of mine, and I came across this lipoma, and it was just confusing to me. I thought, like, is this an adhesion? Like, this just feels different. I had not experienced it before. This is ages ago. And he made this kind of cavalier comment to me, and he said, you know, Michaela, like, when you get older, your body will do weird things too. And I thought, like, that's kind of gross and unfortunate, but there it is. Anyway, so lipomas apparently are a trigger to know that you have kind of crappy mitochondrial function. So if you or someone that you love and touch with regularity is dealing with lipomas, that is an indication that your mitochondria are not functioning at best and could potentially use a little assistance. Okay? So anyway, I thought that was just a really interesting indicator. So there's that. Okay? So additionally, one thing that came out during convention was a new product. So there are some existing products that have either now been revealed to have had this technology in them, and then new ones, existing ones that now have this technology in them. And then there was a new offering. I'm supposed to say hello to people too, aren't I? Jeff, thank you. Moi. Michael, hi. Sharon and John, love it. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So Proglucamune is their new supplement, focusing on immune support. Okay, that's great. USANA has had an immune booster, and so I was a little confused when this came out because I was thinking, well, don't all the supplements help with immune function? And then if we are really in crisis and we have contracted something, or you know, we're getting a sore throat, or even dealing with the flu, Booster C is frickin' amazing, but it's basically like a use as needed deal. But this new supplement basically is dealing with immune support consistently. And the thing with that is essentially that when we regulate our immune system, we decrease confusion in it. So things like stress, environmental toxicity, viruses, these are things that can basically mess with our immune system. But if we are doing things that support it, then we don't start to run the risk of autoimmune issues. So USANA is not meant to cure or treat something that has been diagnosed. This is my little disclaimer that has been drilled into me. But what's kind of crazy is that, so nutrition is something that helps cells communicate, but this formulation is meant to support how our immune system functions, and then also, ultimately, possibly help decrease the likelihood of autoimmune issues. Because basically, autoimmune issues is our body attacking itself. And so when there is confusion in terms of what should be happening, apparently that's when crap like that happens. So if you are supporting yourself to help clarify communication in your body, it seems like there's a likelihood of either a diminishment in autoimmune issues or a prevention in autoimmune issues. And so I know just from living in this day and age and having other people besides me on this planet that autoimmune issues are kind of a big deal, and a little bit rampant. So at any rate, and additionally, this proglucamune helps support our gut biome, which, if you've ever done any research around autoimmune issues, they tend to be connected to inflammation, and some things that can also help them is helping our probiotic balance. So this is something that additionally helps with that. So anyway, if that is something that is a concern, or troubling, or connected to someone in your life that you love, it just might be worth learning a little bit more about. Okay, so that's it. So I feel like, again, like this is my like fraction of knowledge and understanding around these developments, but I cannot, like, so I've been using those two products, Procosa and Hepasil, with the Incelligence in them, and they're the ones that affect me the most, are most noticeable the quickest, and so I'm super excited to get their multi in my body. And I haven't made the jump yet for Proglucamune, but I'm very excited about other people that actually have some pretty significant things connected to their immune system start to experience that. So anyway, I love you all. Hi, Roberta. I'm going to be in touch with you. Be in touch if there's any questions or any additional needs. And thank you for being here. All right. Yay.